I don't know what to say about this. It's not quite actually all spent yet, because it's more than we thought it was going to be. So we had money for this and money for that put aside, and I have to say, Bob did say it was so exciting backstage. I can't tell you. It was. I mean, I'm sure you agree. It was unbelievable. We thought getting on the plane, it'll be $80,000. That's what it'll be. And then when we saw the checks given out the first day, we realised, oh, hang on a second. It's going to be a bit more than that. And I had it worked out, as everybody knows me knows, I like to work these things out. But I had it worked out in 93,000, and I didn't tell anyone that. And everybody kept saying to me, how much you think, how much you think? And I wouldn't say, and I thought it'll be 93,000. We went backstage and those checks just kept going up. And it was like a dream. It was like it wasn't real. How is this happening? The 2 kids were with us. I can tell you, for those of you who have young children, they will cry when you go out at night when they're young. And then what happened to me last Tuesday night was we came home Monday night and I was in a race for the Kilkenny, to go down to Kilkenny. Ian was away and I had to get to the school, get home for the school, get the dinner on. And I said to my 15-year-old, 16-year-old, I'm going to be late. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm not going to be able to make it down to Kilkenny. And she shouted at the 17-year-old, get the rice on now for the dinner. Ma'am, you get upstairs and get ready and go get us some more money. So I can tell you, it starts off with tears and then it's a list of what they can have from it. Bob mentioned horses. The children share my passion for horses. Unfortunately, the only passion Ian has is for brake horsepower. Yes. Which we'll indulge that this year, get a sports car. I think he's having a midlife crisis and he's going to enjoy it thoroughly. We like to indulge the kids, and the kids are becoming better and better riders every year, and the level of horses that they need goes up every year. And to be able to do that for your children, when your children get, say, something that they're passionate about, and to be able to do that, you know, this year so far, we've spent 25,000 on horses so far. And when we got home, the stables were being built, extra stables. At the side, I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that. You told me it was 5. But to be able to indulge your children in things that are really, really important to them that they wouldn't be able to have if it wasn't for Forever. And, you know, we lost, most of you know that we lost a very big business not so long ago. It wasn't even in 2008. We actually made it to, I think, 2011, did we? Yeah. Before we got shut down, Ian's business. And it wasn't, but this is May. Last October, we were in the newspapers. Not with Forever, but we were in the newspapers because there was an article on the fact that people were queuing overnight to buy the houses that Ian had built because they'd been taken from us in receivership and placed on the market for 35,000 each. Yeah. And we don't read the newspapers, do we, in Forever? No. And I always say, look, if it's really bad news, it's something we need to know, someone will tell us. Well, the phone rang. Did you know Ray Darcy's talking about you? Did you know you're in the Times? No. Did we do something amazing? No. The bank's selling off everything you have. We were like, really? Okay, nice. We have Forever. Moving along swiftly. Okay? That's what you need to say. You need to say, I have Forever. Just know that what you have your hands on is unbelievable, and you can do as much as you want to with this. To thank, where do you start thanking people? Thank you, Pauline and Paddy, because they got the big checks first, and they inspired us. Thank you, Martina Murphy, my sponsor, is standing there, got our car plan today. Thank you, Martina. Martina often said to us, you know, money's not everything, but it ranks right up there with oxygen. And she's right, it's needed for a living. The team, where do we even start to talk about our team and the most amazing team anybody ever wished for or hoped for? It's getting so big that we don't know a lot of you that are on the stage, but I can tell you that we appreciate everything that you do. Eagle managers, I think there were over 30 Eagle managers on the stage, I think, and 15 of them came from our team. 15. It's incredible. And 4 lines of chairman's bonus in our team and 1 line down. So 5 chairman's bonus qualifiers in our team. I can't tell you how proud I am of every single one of you. Anne Carton, you were always the start of it. Anne Carton was my 600 leg, and then every year since, she's been a qualifier. Adam, Paddy, we really, really appreciate everything you do and the fact that you were the start of it all for us with chairman's bonus. Thank you. Louise and Jason, absolutely amazing. I mean, they're all Eagle managers as well, so Eagle and chairman's bonus comes together in a package, guys. Don't miss that fact. It comes together. You can do the Eagle first, then you do chairman's bonus, and when you do chairman's bonus, you get Eagle. It all comes together. So Louise and Jason, thank you. All the Donegal team, thank you. Kilkenny team, 2 qualifiers for chairman's bonus in Kilkenny. Lorraine Phelan, where are you? Lorraine and I sat on our own many a night in Kilkenny when no one showed up. And Lorraine would call me and I'd be already en route and she'd say to me, I'm so very sorry, there's nobody coming. And I'd say, that's okay, we'll plan what's going to happen for the future. So Lorraine, did we plan right? 5 qualifiers in Kilkenny, in Eagle. 5 qualifiers in Eagle and 2 chairman's bonus qualifiers. Can't say enough about them. Derek and Christine Kane, what can I say? Jenny Bell, you started all that. Thank you. And Derek and Christine Kane, 10 months to manager. Just when I thought I could rest. Sorry, 10 months to chairman's bonus. Just when we thought we could rest. We actually, I have to tell you something about this team. I got texts in around September and October from my team saying, just to let you know, chairman's bonus is done. Texts. Now, for the new people in the team, you might not see the relevance of that, but I always dreamed of having a team that I didn't have to be the superwoman for. That I could teach them and train them and coach them, and they would do it without me. Because I had taught the things properly, and I taught them how to do it. And I dreamed about that. I never dreamed about being a superhero to my team. I always dreamed about all these people who could achieve and do it whether I was there or not. And that is what we wanted. And 15 Eagle managers. I don't know what part we played in that, except for, I suppose we led from the front. We did it first, but everybody just, it was texts. It was people jumping up and down in the reception area telling us. It was just more and more and more piling in on the Eagle managers. And the same with chairman's bonus. You know, by September, our level 2 was done. It was done and dusted. And then these 2 came along. And we said, you know, over a coffee, I suppose, in Costa, you know, hey, chairman's bonus could be done here, you know. So we had a few moments of fright, didn't we? Oh, Jesus, what are we going to do? Is this going to get done? But the lovely thing was that the rest of the team were so strong that they did it without our help. They all just did it. So when it came to the newbies, Christine and Derek, we were able to say, okay, we can do this. You know, we can pull together and we can get this done. And 10 months, it's got to be a record. But absolutely can't say enough about you or your team. But like I said, the way is led by everybody else that went first. These guys that first got their level 2 checks, that inspired me. I have to tell you something funny though. When I came down off the stage, somebody said, wow, what did that feel like? And I said, today I was inspired by me. And I have always been inspired by people in Forever and what they do. And it was an amazing thing that came from the heart that I just went, I was inspired by me today. And I thought that's something, to be able to actually say that, to come away from a rally and say, actually, the person who inspired me was me. Because I suppose it was just everything coming together, wasn't it, that we just realized, oh my God, this is happening. And it can happen for you. But if you were at that rally and you saw those checks, you know your name's all over it. Your name is all over those checks. I remember thinking that 3 years ago. I saw those level 2 checks and I went, my name is all over one of those checks. So is your name all over it? Yes. Good, good. See it, believe it, achieve it. Thanks to everybody. Thank you.
I think I'll sing a song because there's nothing left to say. I can't sing, there's no, I'd be put out. I'd like to thank everybody in the team and everybody in the business, because everybody inspires everybody. And we had one of our team members come up, Colette, today, and she said I inspired her. Well, it's something else for somebody to say they inspired you, because nobody's ever told me in my life that I inspired anybody. So I felt small, except for the woman. So I really felt small, but you know what? It fills your heart. And more so than money, but you need the money. Believe me, you need the money when you have the kids that spend it like water. But we had when we were over in London, as Bob says, we had a phenomenal time. Behind stage, the excitement, my heart was lapping out of my shirt. I swear to you, when we were going up there and it went over 100,000. Now, I'm not saying this to be boastful, but we've taken money out of the company and it's 100,000, but it just goes from this hand and back in that hand. And that's the way regular business works. But in this business, it's in this hand and straight in here. And maybe out to the kids, but it's your money and you enjoy it. And I have to say that, as Lisa says, a couple of years ago, the receivers came in and took away our business. Now, I could have sat at home, and I did feel like it. And really, Lisa inspired me to get out with a kick up the ass and do something, but people can take away the work you have, and they can take away what you've built, but they can't take away your dreams. Nobody can do that, only yourself. And when you look at the people that inspire you, look up to them, ask them what do they do, and get out there and do it. Because it's not a hard business, it's a business you have to touch every day. I love this business more than anything. And it's over the last few years that I've really grown to learn it and to love it even more. And the people that's in it. Because this business is about people, and that's what we love about it. So I'm going to hand you back to Bob. And first of all, or last of all, I want to say thanks to Bob and thanks to Bill. I have to thank Bill, because I landed up just before we went to England, and Bill was leaving because he was flying to London. And I caught him and I had to talk to him about an order we had put in, and he goes, jeez, he says, he took the jacket off and he went, come up to my office. I thought he was going to beat the head of me. But as the rest of the people say, this company bends over backwards, and all the staff, and you got to love the staff because they are great. I have to say, even when you're under stress and you call them up and you start giving it, they just calm you right down. And that's the wonderful thing about it. And we don't pay them. Rex pays them. This is the first time I had staff that I didn't actually have to pay, which is great. And they work with us to help us build our business.